Welcome back to the channel, fellow adventurers. If you're new here, we do EDC gear and knife review videos. If you like that kind of content, subscribe to the channel. Also, a quick note, the channel was recently monetized, so we have memberships available to the channel. What the memberships include, just a few of the things. When we're in the live streams, you get custom emojis that you can use. We have members only chats that will be coming up, members only videos, and most importantly, we're going to have members only giveaways that you'll have to be a channel member to be able to see the entry video and enter. We are approaching 2,000 subs where we're going to have a big celebration, and there's going to be a open giveaway for everybody, but then there's going to be a premium knife giveaway that's going to be a members only. So you may want to jump on board. I will link the membership right above the description, so that way if anybody's interested in joining, you can. All right, now let's move on to the knife that we have in front of us, which is a Camillus. This is the G-Hammer. I recently picked this up at Walmart. It was on clearance, and these were going for about $12. Usually the knife retails for about $25. It's not a premium knife, but it does have some cool things about it. So I'm gonna pop this out. I already cut it open to make it easier to show off. Now, if you look at it, that's a very nice looking knife. It's a decent sized knife as well. So let's pick that up. And right away you could see you've got these FRN handles, which is a fiberglass reinforced nylon handle. They've got some cool texturing. It looks really cool, and you know what? It feels pretty good. You know, initially that feels really, really good. There's no jimping on top. I wish there was. And I will say right here, the liner lock actually does catch my fingers, so it is could be a potential hot spot, but you don't feel the clip. That clip just sinks right into your hand. And it's a full 4-finger grip right there, which is really cool. You do have the Camillus logo here. Now this is a drop point recurve kind of blade right there. I think that's what you would want to call it. It's a 420 stainless. 420 is a budget stainless, but it does a couple of things really well. One, it's a fairly decent corrosion resistant steel. Now, it's not a tough steel, so this is going to be more of a normal everyday use than a hard use knife. The thing is with 420 stainless is that it's a softer steel. So it's not going to have the edge retention that some of the premium steels would have. But the plus about that is it takes an edge really easily when you have to touch it up and resharpen it. So that's a plus there. This can be deployed in two ways. You've got your thumb stud right there, and you've got a flipper. Let's check out how easy it is to open and close. Very easy to operate with one hand right there with the liner. Deploys nicely, sounds great. That really came at it very easy. Now let's do that again. Yeah, that just sounds nice. Now if you look, they did give you nice access to the liner lock right there, which is cool. This runs on ball bearings. Now it looks like it's a phosphor ball bearing. So instead of a ceramic casing, it's got a phosphor bronze around it, which is really what's making this really smooth, because this is smooth. Drop shutty for the most part. Yeah, that just pops out of there really nicely. Now if you turn it over, you see the clip here. It's not a deep carry clip, but it's a semi-deep carry. It's not reversible, unfortunately. Now, this is a DDR, which if you don't know, that means designed by Darryl Ralph. This is modeled after his custom. Darryl Ralph is a high-end custom knife maker, and this was modeled after one of his customs called the Gun Hammer, hence the G-Hammer name, except that it's obviously much lesser materials, but it's got the same kind of look, and that is a really cool looking knife. If nothing else, it looks kick-ass. So with that being said, if you want to get your hands on a Darryl Ralph design and you can't afford it, this is the way to go. You know, is this going to be your top of the line knife? No. There's a reason why it sells for $25 and that, you know, they have it right now on clearance for $12. And again, that's current time of recording. Now, a couple of things I want to note. If you look at the pivot, it's not a captive pivot. You'll need two tools to undo that. I would have liked to have seen a captive pivot, but that's how they save money. Now, weight-wise, this comes in I probably around 4.5 ounces. So not bad. Again, you've got dual thumb studs. You do have some weight relief here, which is what makes it a little bit lighter. And because it's the FRN handles, that makes it a little bit lighter. But there are steel liners in there. On, it looks like, both sides. Yep. There's no lanyard hole, but you can easily attach a lanyard back here. So that's kind of cool. Now let's go over some of the things on this. Overall, the blade length is 3.5 inches. Overall, it comes in at 7.65 inches. So it's a decent sized knife. Let's compare that to some knives that I have right here. We'll compare that to the Benchmade bug out. Size-wise, it's longer than the bug out, as you can see right there. We'll grab another knife here. And this is that's a Kaiser knife guy. Not knife guy, but nice guy. And you can see it's bigger than both of those. So you kind of get a feeling to just how big this is. Now what's nice is because of that recurve on here, you're going to be able to do some cuts that will be really nice because it'll grab the material. So when you're cutting, that curve has a tendency to grab, especially like when you're doing cardboard and things like that, and really cut through. So just a kind of a cool knife. Again, there are some definite flaws on this. I noticed this a couple of seconds ago when we were looking at it. If you look, the blade is not centered. I mean, that's probably just going to be a little bit of an adjustment in the pivot, but the blade isn't centered. But even with it not being centered, the action on that's really cool. And as you see, you know, it's semi-drop shutty and not bad. I mean, for $12, if you're looking for a beater knife, or if you're just looking for a Darryl Ralph design and you're not going to be able to afford one of his customs, this could be a way to go to add to your collection. All right, that kind of sums up the Camillus G-Hammer. All right, folks, if you liked the video, please give it a thumbs up. If you like this kind of content, subscribe to the channel. Remember, channel memberships are available. And as I always say when we get to the end of the videos, until we meet again, keep your blade sharp.